We up here on a little adventure today at the secret spot out in Waianae. I bet you didn't know that on Oahu, welcome in, much love fam, Trav here with Oahu Hiking Adventures, that all the highest peaks on Oahu are in Waianae. They're not in the Ko'ola mountain range. So if you want a little adventure, you want to do a little something different, we're doing a little something different. We're on the Kamaile Unu Ridge. I'm not going to make it to the highest peak today. This is an exploratory journey. Left the dog at home, left my adventure partner, photographer, down below, and I'm just going to point out some of the scenery, some of the things you may or may not know. But man, on Oahu there's so many trails that are lightly trafficked, unmarked, unknown. This is one, I really like this one. You can tell it's very exposed. So this is one I really only like to do the exposed hikes in the afternoon, evening. Perfect to go jump and rinse off afterwards. This one would be very challenging because to get to the peak, it's going to be a long hike, which means you're going to be exposed a long time. And that's the reason why if I'm doing a longer hike, I like Ka'ala and I like the Ko'olau hikes because in general, you're not on a ridgeline the whole way. You're going through jungle and you're going through valley and then you emerge into the ridge later. So this one's a bit challenging. I haven't been up there, but I'd like to go. As for the hike itself, it's exposed the whole way through. You can tell we're in Waianae after all, and the ridges in Waianae, especially we start near the ocean, pretty dry. And this one, I like it because there's actually a lot of rock climbing. There's a lot of scrambling. There's a lot of bouldering sections. I left my dog at home, and there's a couple sections that she couldn't do, or I'd be very sketched out and concerned of her doing. So now let me be tourist here and look at the view and show you some of the other things we can see here that's going on. So first of all, this here to our right is the back of Makaha Valley. Makaha Icy Ponds is back there. We have I know the sun is glare, but we have Pu'ukeau up here is this mountain perched above Makaha, which I did last week. I need to go up there and record a video from up there. Down below us, that right there is Mauna Lahi, which is it's a very short hike. If you only have a little bit of time and want to get to a view, you can take 10 minutes and climb up there, and it's pretty amazing. If we continue on to the left. So what's interesting is this solar field. You cannot see them. I don't know where they are, but last I checked, I know the guy, Dan Olson, he's got hundreds of sheep running in here. So one of the issues with solar fields is as ag land, you cannot grow food. And since you're not growing food, it's a waste of land. You also have a problem. The grass grows over the solar panels. And with the grass growing over the solar panels, it negatively affects the solar panels' efficiency because it blocks the sun. So you could, if you own a solar farm, you could hire weed whackers and send them in there. But you could also hire sheep and send the sheep in here to mow down the grass. And the solar panels provide shade for the sheep and shade for the grass to grow, where we're in Wyoming. Look at the condition of the grass up here compared to the condition of the grass down there. There's pretty excellent grass down there. So that way you're able to get energy and you're able to get meat from the same source. So I think that's a really cool model, and it's the main thing happening on Oahu for shepherding. There's not that many sheep on Oahu. You wouldn't know though that all the sheep that are, for the most part, the large herds are under the solar panels, but I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them, but you wouldn't necessarily see them because they could be around the corner, but they're probably seeking the shade right now. Okay, so back over here at Makaha Beach we mentioned, and then come around, we have, just to show you some things, we've got Waianae High School, and if we go over to the boat harbor, this is where I play pickup basketball in this building. Tuesdays and Thursdays come through. And then right here is Pokai Bay. This is a really great family-friendly beach, and we don't have it today, but right off in the middle in front, it can be a decent surf. It's very more beginner, tourist, outsider friendly than Makaha, which is very, very localized. We go over here and we have a couple ridges that, so this ridge, you cannot see it. I don't know what the front of it's called, but in the back of it is Valley. I'm gonna see if we can get around the corner a little bit and see it. This ridge, you follow this ridge up, it leads to Valley, which is one of my favorite hikes. Cannot see it. Let's kind of walk towards it. And I think if we just go a little bit further, I'm going to be able to show you guys that hike. This one behind the Waianae Coast Comprehensive, I have not been to, but I'll tell you, if you go over here and just hike behind the comp itself in the curated gardens, it's pretty amazing. And then the next one down, you can see this is the pink pillbox, Miley pillbox. And then this one I haven't been on, and then a lot of this isn't accessible behind the military, but behind the clouds, yeah, let's go just a little bit further so I can show you guys. Come on, walk with me. Let's go just a little bit further so I can show you guys Valley and also Ka'ala, which is the highest peak on the island. We get around here and then heading back, and as always for sunset, like, yo, the best thing about the west, what I love about the west side, when you go into the Ka'ala range, it's so often wet, hit or miss. But Waianae, when you go into Waianae, usually dry. There's usually a dry hike that you can do. And wow, amazing view. Amazing view. And yeah, it's more consistent to be able to hike year round. So this is Valley. See that point right there? I love hiking up to that point. That's another one. I'll make sure to do a video from there. This is Waianae Valley right here. And in the back of Waianae Valley, this peak in the clouds, that's Ka'ala, that's the high point of the island. That's the pearl, that's the gem that a lot of people don't know, don't do. Been here, done all the hikes, never been to the high point. One of the issues is people worry about their car back there, but I mean, you can park at Pokai Bay and carpool. I guess that's what I would offer people. And yeah, it's, I heard there's false summits on Kamaila'unu, which is where I am, so I'm not sure if that behind the clouds is the peak or not. I think it might be. I'd like to come back for this. For this, I'd like to do it on an overcast day, but I think if you did it on an overcast day and started around 2 or 3 p.m., you might be okay. It's not crazy long, but it's something that I'm gonna try to come back and do another time. But hope you found it helpful, hope you found it useful. Appreciate you, much love, and make sure to check me out on Instagram. Check us out on Instagram, Oahu Hiking Adventures. And yeah, let's get it.